Hey everybody, good morning. We are on day 5 of straight hair between washes, and I am going to attempt to do a little side braid thing here today. I've never done it. Luckily this is a video, so if I really mess it up I can just delete it. But I'm going to try and show you guys that here today. Thanks for tuning in. I just got out of my shower, touched up my makeup a little bit. I had put this other half of my hair up when I put it in my shower cap, and then this is kind of the remnants of my look I did yesterday. If you didn't see my video from yesterday, I did this super cute twist in the back, and I didn't know what it was going to turn out to be like, and it turned out super, super, super cute. So if you haven't seen that, you got to check it out. All right, so I am just taking out all of these bobby pins so we can see what we're working with on this map here today. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. It's the weekend. Gonna get a little bit of work done here this morning for my business, but then it is cleaning day. Zach and I, my husband, committed that we are going to clean, clean, clean. And we have high ambitions for all the things that we're gonna clean here today, so I'm gonna keep these out a little bit. So hopefully we get a lot accomplished. Okay, so I got that out. I'm gonna try and keep my bangs separated a little bit here because I'm probably gonna have at least one side when I'm done. And first I'm gonna go in with my Interforce Restructuring Serum. And this stuff is amazing to add a little lift to your hair, and it repairs damage, which is huge. It's actually in like a league all of its own. It's a brand new product line, and it comes in a whole collection. Comes with a pre-wash conditioner, comes with a shampoo, comes with a mask, and comes with a serum. So it's an awesome collection if you want to know more about that. All right, next I'm gonna go in with my blowout cream because I'm gonna apply some heat today. And this is our silicone-free heat protectant. So I'm gonna get my blowout cream ready. And I'm working this mid-strand to ends. If you notice, I focus mid-strand to ends. I'm gonna make sure I get a little in my bangs here because I play with those quite a bit. And then I go up a little bit towards the top. I don't focus on the top, but I wanna make sure I get my heat protectant distributed up there a little bit as well. And I always do this first before the dry shampoo because I wanna give it time to dry before I apply heat and heat tools to it, because you obviously don't ever want to apply heat tools to wet hair. So, got that in. Now it is time. I'm just going to stop worrying about my bangs. I'm just going to mess them all up anyways. I'll just grab them out again. Okay, so now, shaking this up because there's oil in it. So shaking it up before I spray it on. I'm going to get the front, and then I'm going to go through section by section. And dry shampoo it up. This is the best dry shampoo ever. This is the reason I can go day 5 without washing my hair, because it takes so long to dry it. So long to dry it. And maybe not for short-haired girls, so maybe it's not a big deal for any of you that have short hair, but for us long-haired girls, it takes a long time to dry your hair. And then you have to, you know, like either whether you're blow drying or air drying, that's what I like to do a lot of the time, and that just takes a long time. I mean, you can be getting stuff done around the house, but still. And then when you style, it's nice because when you do like this and you have like, when you're on multiple days of hair, you've got this nice base to work with. So you're not starting from scratch. So I'm just getting it going through the back a little bit. One more. All right, so I got that in. Let me just check the top. Make sure I got that pretty well especially near my crown. Looks okay for now. I can always go in with a second layer if need be. But now we're gonna let that sit for 60 seconds and do its magic. So I found out, about my baby. I found out that the baby is as big as a cantaloupe. And I actually read somewhere else, okay, this shirt doesn't do it justice, but there's my baby bump. I actually found out too, I read somewhere else that my uterus is the size of a soccer ball. I'm like, holy crap. So baby is growing like crazy, 24 weeks along, just went into our OB yesterday and everything is looking a-okay. So everything's moving along there. And another exciting news on the baby front, I have a feeling Zach's sister is gonna have her baby today. She's having a girl, little Catalina, and was due on the 12th. Today's what, the 15th? She thought she was gonna come on the 5th. So she's like, I'm sure ready, but I have a feeling that she's gonna come today, so hopefully she does. We can't wait to meet her. So we got lots of little babies in the family. All right, so it's probably been close to 60 seconds. So now I'm gonna start working it through with the pads of my fingers. I always get itches. Okay, so working it through. Someone's thinking about me. Who's thinking about me over there? So working this through. Gotta whip it over. I gotta okay. So I got that worked through here. See all the volume it gives? Oh my gosh. Obsessed. I'm sure you know this by now. Okay, so now I'm going to just split this up so I can comb it. And then we're going to attempt to do this little braid thing that I've never done. But I'm going to give it a shot today. And we'll see if it turns out. Hopefully it will. Okay, start at the bottoms, Cass. Start at the bottoms. Work your way up. Pregnancy brain got you forgetting tons of stuff. Got you. Getting all ghetto here. Okay. So, on to the other side. I'm just gonna brush those little ties of my shirt right out, aren't I? So just working my wide tooth comb through my hair. Recommend a wide tooth comb. And it's working all that dry shampoo through, working all that, the inner structure, inner force restructuring serum through, working that blowout cream through. I'm just gonna do just a little bit of that. Make sure I got my base going. Okay. So now I'm gonna want a little bit of bangs here. And I'm gonna try and do a little side braid right here. So I'm just gonna take that section kind of right behind my ear. And I'm just gonna get a little bit straighter here. Just because, not that you'll see it, but because I'm funny that way. Okay. So I've got my little part. I am going to take my alligator clip and get this hair out of the way for now. And of course I just mixed my bangs right back in. Of course I did. I'm practicing my baby voice for when the baby comes. Okay, so I got this section out, and this is where I'm going to try and do a little side braid here. So let's see how this works out. So I'm going to start with this top section, way up at the top, and I'm going to divide it into 3 little sections, okay? And then I'm going to go under, under, okay? So now I've still got my 3 sections, but I went under, under. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a French, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab more hair, the next section below it, add it to this next section. So I dropped that. Okay. And then we're going to go under. You can do this probably a lot faster with practice. I'm going to grab this next section. Under. Now over here, we're going to grab the next area, add it to this back braid here, you can see. And we're going to go under the next one, under the middle one. Then we're going to grab, the middle one just stays there for a second. We're going to grab this next section of hair right here, attach it to this side piece, this front side piece. Then we're going to go under the middle one. I always do, these are like outside braids. I always do them inside, so that's why I say this is my first time, because I haven't done an outside braid before. The only difference is really going under instead of over, but still, anytime you try something new, you're like, what? Okay, so you added section to this outside one, you go under the middle one, pull it tight as you go. Now I'm adding more hair to this front one. And we're gonna go, oops, did that wrong. Adding hair to this front one. Under this middle one. And then add this section here. We're going to go under. I think I'm going backwards. Here. Can you tell it's my first time doing it this way instead of the regular French braid way? Okay, so add that under. We're going to go under this middle one. Add this last section of hair to this side. I'm just going to try and make sure I got it all. And then under the middle one. All right. So now we're done with that part. I'm just going to continue a little bit here. Under, 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 under. I have to tell myself because I usually go over, so that's the only difference between like a regular French braid and this outside French braid, where the braid is more on the outside versus the inside. And I'm just gonna use this for now. I'm gonna end up using a bobby pin to place it, but I'm just using this for now because I'm gonna pull some pieces out. But yeah, that's the only difference between like the regular French braid and this like outside. Is it called a Dutch braid maybe? But an outside braid is that you go under versus over, And so the braid looks like it sits on top versus is like in underneath. They're both very cute. Okay, that should be good enough. So now that I've got this, what I want to do is I want to start pulling this braid on top out a little bit. Just pull the plaits of the braid just to give it a little bit more dimension. You see how that's just more noticeable now? I'm just gonna go in and do it a little more. And it's okay if it's like a little messy, that's totally fine. But do you see how that's just, you can see that braid on top a lot more when you pull that out? And that's why, oh, I've got a gray hair. Don't do this, but I'm about to just pluck that out. Okay, so that's the difference between, if I had my regular French braid the way I usually do it, it would just be underneath. So you can't really pull it out like this to add that. And that's why I wanted to try this braid today. I was like, I'm gonna try something new. Because then you can pull out those plaits and see how cute and how big that is. So now, I'm probably just gonna pin this afterwards, but since it's staying just fine with this, we'll see how well disguised it is, really. That's what it's all about. I am going to touch up my bangs with my straightener. My blowout cream and my Inner Force Restructuring Serum is completely dry, so no worries there. Okay. So I've got that touched up. Now we're gonna take this alligator clip out. I'm actually gonna just straighten these a little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna end up probably pinning these instead of having this pony. But I've got really good control of it with the pony, so I'm just gonna quick touch up those. Split my hair. And I'm gonna touch up these sides with my straightener. Let's see what we got. Definitely got a little bit of curl going on. I'm just going to take this top section up, focus on the underneath. Take this next part. Touching up this hair with a straightener. I've got naturally curly hair, so when I sleep, some of that natural curl comes back, especially since yesterday, if you remember, I had it in the little twist in the back, so the top has a little bit of curl left in it from the twist that I did. But it ain't nothing that we can't quick straighten out just a little bit, isn't it? That's what's so nice. People sometimes will be like, oh, my hair's ruined because I did that. No, I just gotta touch it up a little bit. Just touch it up. Okay. So straightening out this back a little bit here. Okay, do you see the difference? Just adding that little bit. People skip that step sometimes because it's straight enough, but if you just take a few seconds and add that, oh, it's just magic, I tell ya. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this side. Get this straightened underneath here. See what that does? Okay, so now I'm just gonna take these sections towards the front, leave the back. And I am just gonna pin this back here a little bit. Oh, I've got some pins right down here. Put your bobby pins backwards, this way. I always forget that because I always grew up that they were supposed to go the other way, but I guess the jaggedy edge goes down. It has better grip that way. Probably only need one, but I'm gonna put in two just to make sure. I touch my hair a lot, so yeah. Okay, well that's actually pretty well disguised, so I don't think I have to worry about necessarily taking that out. I was gonna take the little ponytail out after I pinned it, so you couldn't see it, but you can't see it, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so see, just that cute little braid, it just adds a little bit of flair to my hair, gives me a little bit of a different look for the day. And now I'm needing some more volume at the top, for sure. So I'm gonna go in and do a little bit of a bump here. First, I'm gonna just make sure that this back is straight. This is where it tends to wing out for me. So I'm gonna try to straighten that a little bit. Just knowing my hair. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of back combing here. So, I'm gonna start with this front section. Take a little bit of hair right by my crown. I like to add a little hairspray. Let that dry for a sec. And then I take my back combing comb. I use one like this. Gonna let that dry. Flip it over, let that dry. I'm gonna take the next section underneath. Smoothing it out here before I go in with that hairspray. Tot it up, put the hairspray in, let the hairspray dry a little bit. And this side I usually do the front too, since it's underneath. Just adds a little bit more. You can kind of do the sides and the front. You don't want to do this on the very top section, but on the underneath parts you certainly can. See how that extra volume that gives right there? And I'm just going to do one more right below it. I know I didn't let that dry as much, but we're gonna let it dry now. You could totally just rock this look. How do I look? Alright, so then you're gonna whip it over and smooth it out just a little bit. See how that just adds just a little bit more of that volume right there? So then I just take my side pieces back, take a little more here. I'm not loving the way this front piece is laying, so I'm just gonna separate it and straighten a little bit. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of hairspray right here. Not too much, not too close. Let that dry a little bit. to make that fall a little bit differently. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. I'm gonna spray my bump a little bit here. Let that dry. And there we have it. So, yay, success. All right, so I did that cute little side braid and then just straightened the rest of my hair. And that's what we've got for today's look. Let's just check out the back. There we go. We are good to go. Awesome. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. And again, this is day 5, dry shampooed straight hair. So day 1, straightened and added a little bump. Day 2, straightened and added a little bump. Day 3, I did just like a front twist right up here. Day 4, I did a half twist right back here. And this is our day 5 little side braid. So thanks for tuning in. Hair Confidence by Cassie Jo. We'll see you guys soon. Take care.